I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's Friday night and we are approaching Christmas, which means it's double bauble on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Tipping off on Sky Sports in around 20 minutes is the Leicester Riders against the Caledonia Gladiators. But stay right here for a top-of-the-table clash between the London Lions and the Cheshire Phoenix. These two met twice last month, with both results going the way of the Lions. In fact, the last time Cheshire beat London was a small matter of a trophy final back in 2022. So hoping for more blockbusting headlines of Joel Osborne and Lloyd Gardner.
Thanks, Jeanette. Yes, hello, welcome to Friday Night Hoops in the British Basketball League for a top-of-the-table clash between the Lions and the Cheshire Phoenix, live from the Copper Box Arena. Very warm welcome to you at home. Joel Osborne alongside Surrey Scorchers head coach Lloyd Gardner to talk you through this one. And coach, it doesn't get much more exciting than a top-of-the-table clash, right?
Oh, exactly. Two of the hottest teams in the league right now. You know, Cheshire, a team, a surprise, but the only team they haven't defeated in the London Lions.
Well, let's take you to tonight's starting lineup, starting with the hometown London Lions and Tariq Phillip and Matt Morgan in the backcourt alongside Sam Decker, Connor Morgan and Gabe Olasheni playing in the middle. And as we look at the starting five for the Cheshire Phoenix tonight, unchanged five to the one that started against the Sheffield Sharks in that incredible win away from home last weekend. LaQuincy Rideau, Maceo Jack alongside Aaron Rye, Ethan Chagwa and Skylar White. Well, coach, one player you wanted to take a look at for the London Lions is Gabe Olasheni. 24 points and 9 rebounds on Wednesday against Hamburg in the Euro Cup. How impressive have you been with him this season?
Yeah, well, we knew about Gabe's quality coming in. You know, what an addition he has been to the London Lions and what a performer he's been throughout the league campaign. Interesting individual battle he's going to have against Skylar White today.
Yeah, you talk about the battle. I mean, Skylar White at the other end of the court. He has the ability to really stretch the floor if he can get his threes to go early on in this one.
And that's exactly it. It's a battle of two distinctly different styles. You know, Skylar White is a man that does his damage from the outside, stretches the floor, as you said, great three-point shooter, whereas Gabe is the master of finding the space on the inside.
We're all set for tip-off. It's first versus second, and tip-off is coming up next. Welcome back to the Copper Box Arena in London, where it's 90s night at the in the hometown. As you see a few fans wearing some retro London Lions jerseys. And a big clash top of the table between first and second in the British Basketball League. Of course, these teams have met twice this season already, with London coming out on both occasions. So pressure's on Cheshire to pull a win back here if they want to really keep up with them in these league standings, Coach.
Yeah, as I said, it's the only team Cheshire hasn't beaten so far this season. Shows you the quality of London. But also, you know, you can see the lineup the Lions have come out with. A lot of guys coming back from injury now. It's a strong Lions starting five.
Here's LaQuincy Rideau drawing to the basket, puts it up and in, and he gets the first field goal of the game.
Rideau's not really a scorer. You know, he's a facilitator. Scores when he has to, but recognize the switch with Decker, attacks him to the basket. Smart play early.
Here is Decker, guarded by Wright. Finds Gabe Olaseni wide open. Extra pass to Morgan, who jams it in. And that is great ball movement from the London Lions.
And that's the quality of Gabe. You know, when you look at the big guys, sometimes you're able to play off them because they don't pass as well at times, but that's not the case for Gabe. You know, excellent facilitator.
Skylar White drains the three, and that's exactly what we were talking about in the build-up to this game.
Well, I was just saying, we look clever right now, don't we? Gabe on the inside, making a nice little pass. Skylar White showing his abilities on the outside.
Here's Decker looking to go the other way. It's going to be a reach-in foul called on LaQuincy Rideau. As Cheshire pick up the first team foul early on.
And Cheshire, you know, they've got key guys. They don't want to get in foul trouble. Rideau's one of those. Jack's another. When those guys head to the bench, they definitely drop off. Aaron Rye as well. So they're important that they don't pick up cheap fouls like that one there.
Ball into Morgan, up for three, drains the three. And we're tied up at 5 points apiece.
That's another great matchup to watch today. Morgan versus Jack. You know, no one's been better really than Maceo Jack so far in this season. And it's a tough matchup, as it always is, against Matt Morgan.
Skylar White thought about the three, looking to back down Decker. And Morgan even. Turnaround fadeaway jumper is way off the mark. And it trickles out of bounds for a London ball.
Interesting, you know, Lions are going with switching, ball screen, switching early. They've got the size that can really affect teams, and also the versatility of Gabe, of Connor Morgan, to be able to guard the outside as well.
It's almost turned over by London, but Decker finds Olaseni inside, and he puts it in off the left hand.
I said to you before the game, scoring so important against Cheshire. I know that sounds really simple, but when you score, it kills their tempo, makes them more of a half-court team. When they get steals, when they get out in the open floor, that's where they're just really dangerous.
Well, they lead the league in fast break points, Cheshire, this season. Another three-pointer dropped for Skylar White, and he's a guy that creates those mismatch problems for Cheshire Phoenix.
I think the frustration will be for London there. They've switched ball screens. The reason they're switching is to take away the three-point shot of Skylar White, yet they've given him too early. I was looking at his stats, you know, before this game, and he's only made 1 3 in each of his last 3 games. So he'll be delighted to get those couple of early makes here. You know, and so often for shooters, when you make a couple early, you really feel good about the rest of the game.
Well, he's averaging 10 points a game so far this season, Skylar White, and a couple of threes to start this game will do his confidence a whole lot of good. Rideau's layup is off. And now here comes Tariq Phillip the other way, pushing down the floor, off the glass, and it is followed up by Gabe Olaseni, and he's doing it all out there early on.
Yeah, but that's what Gabe does, you know, he's just such a great player because of the ways that he can impact the game. Here he is switching on defense onto the perimeter, and that's why he was such a big addition for the London Lions.
Jaguars mid-range 2, no good, and it's rebounded by Morgan. Oh, nice pass, and extra pass from Olaseni is blocked, but a foul is called. And that will send Sam Decker to the line to shoot 2.
There's great team basketball from Lions. Pick and roll play. Again, Gabe, just a fantastic passer, moves it on. Let's have another look. You know, there's the handoff from Gabe. Little pick and roll. Morgan's the threat. And then the floor is opened up for Sam Decker by the good team play.
Well, it will send London to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. You see Jaguar just going over for a few words for Coach Ben Thomas. And you know, we spoke about Ethan Jaguar, possibly one of the most important players in this Cheshire Phoenix roster this season, because you know he's got that height and he's got that ability to stretch the floor as well.
Yeah, he's I've used the word versatility a lot, you know, and it's so key for a lot of these players. He can play with Skylar White on the floor. He can play without him as well. So, you know, his ability to play with the other guys is really, really important for Cheshire.
Well, Decker drains both free throws. Here's a 3-point lead for the London Lions. Here is Chagwar going inside and right on cue gets his first bucket of the game.
Love the play design from Cheshire there, and knew the switch was coming and went exactly at the matchup they wanted.
Decker driving inside, kicks it out to a wide open Phillip for three. He's short, but the long rebound falls back to it. New 14 for London, and ball into Decker, who throws it down.
Usually Cheshire a team that are great on the offensive glass. Right now, it's been London dominating rebounding.
Well, Rideau going the other way, trying for the reverse layup, and Chagwar just steps on the baseline, and we'll go back to the London Lions. Well, that man there, Sam Decker, so he does it all. Of course, league MVP last season, back for his second campaign with the Lions. Signed a 3-year deal in the summer. Morgan will fire up for three off the back iron, and it will go out of play for a Cheshire ball.
Yeah, Decker's still finding his feet. I think, you know, MVP for a reason last year. You know, obviously, he spent a lot of time out during the summer. You know, we haven't seen that form from him that we know he's capable with. And that's because Lions have been playing so well. It's a long season. I think he's still getting back to the best that we know he can do.
Right to the basket, can't get it to go with the floater, but an offensive rebound by Maceo Jack, and he puts it in for two.
First rebound of the game for Cheshire. No surprise, it's an offensive one. You know, really dangerous on the glass.
Morgan inside to Olaseni, backing down Chagwar. Oh, it's stripped away by Rideau, and that's why he leads the league in steals, and stolen back by the London Lions. Here's Decker, spins, nowhere to go, pulls it back out. Skip pass to Morgan, driving baseline, reverse layup, no good, looking for a foul and nothing given. And here comes Aaron Rye for the Cheshire Phoenix. Rye, spinning, puts it up, able to draw the foul, and he will earn himself a trip to the free throw line to shoot two.
And Cheshire will be happy with the way that, you know, their offense is still ticking. Don't seem to have any problems against this big London front line. The worry for them is, you know, London have been able to get some really good shots. Obviously, they've got 13 points already. You know, they're you know, shooting it well from the field, 5 of 8, including that miss from Matt Morgan, which I don't think is sustainable, giving Matt Morgan those shots in the game to try and win. So the defensive end is the question for Cheshire right now, but strong start for them offensively.
And Rye converts on the second as we approach the midway point in this first quarter. Phillip at the elbow for Olaseni, pulls it out, now hands off with Morgan, comes off the foot of Maceo Jack. And a timeout's been called on the floor. We'll be back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the Copper Box, where it's a one-point game midway through the first quarter. It's been a very high-scoring first quarter so far. And coach, of course, London Lions, they're the team that they put up the most points on average per game. Do you feel that if it continues at this rate, that it could favour the London Lions in this one?
Yeah, you know, both these two teams are big scoring teams. You know, we haven't seen a great level of defence so far. I think they're both happy with their shots they're getting, and I do think to score against Cheshire is important. You know, just to stop them with plays like this. You don't want them to get out into the open floor where they can play, you know, this aggressive basketball that they're really tough to stop.
Well, there's we were saying about no defense, a steal at one end, and then all of a sudden, transition basketball as Cam Christen earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
Christen's a guy who's really started to find his groove. You know, I feel like he's getting better and better every game for Cheshire. Just found his role as a big-time scorer at the college ranks. This is his rookie season now. You know, really was a highly regarded scorer throughout his 4 years. So now, you know, just feel like he's settled with Cheshire, found the way he can contribute.
He's averaging 11.5 points a game so far in the British Basketball League this season. And it can be tough as a coach, I imagine, Lloyd, that, you know, being that new look roster to get all those pieces on the same page, because, like you say, the majority of their roster are brand new this season.
Yeah, and it's a big adjustment just for guys, you know, the living away from home, being more independent perhaps from college as well, different role, as you said, different teammates, different style of game. So it does take some time for guys to find their groove.
Morgan for three, splashes it from downtown. And again, it was great ball movement by the London Lions. Tied up at 16 points apiece, just over 4 minutes to go in the first. Holden backing down, nowhere to go. Now here's Maceo Jack. Back to Holden, driving inside. Another mid-range two, this time is off the mark. Skylar White battling for the rebound, but ends up in the hands of Jordan Taylor, who gets fouled by White.
That's great work from Jordan Taylor. Defense switched, he's matched up against Skylar White on the offensive glass. You know, manages to keep him off the boards. Here we see the London offense, and the threat of the shot from Matt Morgan creates the advantage early, and then Lions just keep moving it, get it back to the hot hands, you know, and they're not shots you want to be giving that man there.
You just see how quickly the Cheshire defense, they're making the move as well. I mean, 3 players in that replay just collapsing in as the ball went inside to Sharma and ended up with a wide open 3. Here is Sharma. Hands off to Morgan. Morgan, kick out to Decker. Decker puts it on the floor, pulls up for a mid-range 2, is short. I think Rye might have got a piece on that one. And Rye going to the basket. No one at the end of that pass, but Stevens ends up with it. Now here's Ulf. Shot clock's at 10. Christen pulls up for a mid-range 2, no good. Another offensive rebound, this time for Cheshire Phoenix. Stevens against Morgan. Drives middle and able to draw the foul with the shot clock at 4. Just be the 3rd team foul on London.
Number 9, Conor Morgan, second personal. Substitution for the London Lions.
See too much in that one. I think it was a tough call. You know, you like the aggressiveness from Stevens, end of a shot clock. There's a guy who can make jump shots. You know, is a bit of a spot-up shooter, really. So you like him being aggressive off the dribble, trying to get to the paint.
Well, he had 13 points in that win over Sheffield last weekend. Nice pass inside to Wolf, just trickles out of play though. Had the right idea there, but just couldn't quite execute as Wolf was rolling to the basket.
Yeah, and that's where, you know, Dave Wolf is exceptionally good in that role. He's really quick coming away from a screen. If he gets that space, excellent finisher on the inside as well.
Here's Nelson. Sharma finds Taylor. Sharma's wide open at the top of the 3-point line. Coyley driving inside, kicks it out to Sandy. The shot clock's down to 3 here. They have to go to work, and Taylor fires up for 3. No good on the triple, and it's rebounded by Cheshire. Rye, guarded by Nelson. Oh, nice spin move. Pulls it out for a 3-pointer. Ball goes in and out. Now here come London the other way. Quealy pushing in transition, Euro step, and that will send him to the line to shoot too.
Yeah, great to see Kareem Quealy back on the floor for London. Obviously, after that injury last season, we talked about the importance of scoring against Cheshire. Well, this is the lineup for London. Obviously, a lot of those key guys have gone out, you know, completely different 5 on the floor now. And the question is, who's going to be the go-to? So, you know, Matt Morgan, Sam Decker, Gabe Olasheni, all in that starting 5. You could all play through those guys. Even Conor Morgan, who's an exceptional outside shooter. With this second 5 they've got on the floor now for Coach Thomas, the question for him is, how can he, you know, turn the defensive heat up now against this 5, where it's really probably going to be Luke Nelson as the main facilitator for this London 5.
You feel the tempo just slowed down a bit here, because it was a rapid start to this game, but just a 1-point lead so far for London with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Right, he will fire up for 3. It's short. Long rebound falls to Nelson. Looking for Sharma inside. Cheshire do well to get back on defense in transition. You spoke about that being a key for them. I mean, on that occasion, 4 bodies back for Cheshire Phoenix.
Yeah, great. And like the second unit for Cheshire, you know, Rye, obviously a starter, still out there, but Christian and Holden, tough backcourt to match up with. Ulf is, you know, just, he's a really tough guy to play against at all times.
Nelson with the fadeaway. Ball goes in and out, and is rebounded by Ulf.
The slow tempo, as you said, probably suits London a little more than Cheshire. You know, they want to go up and down. They want it to be fast.
The triple, once again, is off by the Cheshire Phoenix, and both teams just going a bit cold here over the last couple of minutes. Nelson turns the corner. Now Quealy, extra pass to Sandy. Nelson thought about the 3, pulls up for a step back. And again, neither team able to convert. Rebound falls to Stevens. Nice pass into Ulf. Back out to Stevens. Driving inside. What a move, and what a finish by E.J. Stevens.
Yeah, great work from Stevens again off the dribble. And yeah, London just gone cold, as we said, you know. Not sure where the points are coming from. Luke Nelson created opportunity that wasn't finished and then missed a shot himself later on.
Well, here he is on the wing, looking to drive inside. Count it and the foul. And Luke Nelson, right on cue, will go to the line for a bonus.
Last year, you always felt like Luke Nelson was a real X factor for the Lions, especially in the BBL. Obviously, you know, he's got his quality playing in the Euro Cup, but in the BBL, you know, he'd play limited minutes a lot of the games, but the sort of 20 to 25 minutes he played in so many games is where Lions just, you know, used to accelerate away from other teams and really be in the ascendancy.
Well, he gets the friendly roll on the bonus, and that puts London on top by 2.
He would call that a shooter's touch rather than a friendly roll.
The shooter's touch is good. Here's Kristen. Oh, nice pass inside to Ulf. And Ulf can't convert. Great defense by Sharma.
That's the size of London, you know, Sharma. So quick to get back and recover.
Now shot clock is turned off.
Don't let Nelson go to his left here. That's what he loves to do.
Ball screen comes from Sharma. Kick out. Baseline 3, knocks it down. And that is the perfect way for London Lions to end this first quarter, as Kieran Sandy drains it. And as the first quarter comes to an end, it is the London Lions that lead the Cheshire Phoenix. We'll be back with you after this short break. Welcome back to London, where Kieran Sandy knocked down that three-pointer on the buzzer to end the first quarter to give London Lions early advantage in this top-of-the-table clash against the Cheshire Phoenix. Oh, ball lobbed up to Sharma, he just couldn't quite get a hold of it. But how many times have we seen Josh Sharma play above the rim like that on the pick and roll?
Yeah, designed play for him, and the moment it came out of Jordan Taylor's hands, he jumped in the air. He knew it was, you know, just off the target of where he was aiming. So good play, badly executed.
Oh, Kristen driving baseline, double team comes. Oh, stolen away. Great defense by the Lions. It's going to be a foul called in transition. And Kareem Quealy just savvy to that pass going across court there to the opposite baseline.
Yeah. Kareem Quealy reminds me a lot of a younger version of Jordan Taylor. You know, his understanding, his experience, especially on the defensive end, is really impressive. You know, he knows the actions you're trying to run. He knows how to blow them up. You know, his experience in playing in the ACB in Spain at a high level from a young age really shows.
Of course, he won the Basketball Champions League with San Pablo Burgos. First British player. Oh, what a block. It's going to be a great block even from Maceo Jack. I thought there could have been a foul in there potentially.
Yeah, and Jack gets a lot of those though. He's a quick leaper, you know, gets off his feet really well. Has a little bit of size against Taylor. Same against Matt Morgan. You know, he's a little bit bigger than both of them.
Nelson to the basket, can't convert, and it's rebounded by the Phoenix. They have numbers if they're quick enough.
This is where they're usually so good.
Nice pass inside, and it's unable to convert in transition. Here's Jack for three, drains it. And if you can't get it to go in transition, give it to that man there, Maceo Jack, and he'll knock it down.
But it was still that broken play. You know, the Lions were getting that fifth guy back. Luke Nelson went to the floor, 5-on-4, and Cheshire are the best in the league at finishing those opportunities.
Luke Nelson to the hole, can't get it to go.
Same again, broken floor, open court.
Jack to the basket, able to draw the foul. And as you say, that is Cheshire Phoenix basketball right there. I mean, they lead the league in transition points this season and points off turnovers, and that's what they like to do. They like to get out in the open floor, draw contact, and get something easy around the basket.
They've got so many pieces that can do different things, you know, with the starting group all the way through from Rowe is the point guard, but Aaron Rye, who plays the 3 or the 4, depending on the way that they're set up. You know, he's a guy that can grab the rebound and push. So just so many guys that can play that role, and then when they are ahead, you know, it's when they're at their best, when the defense isn't quite settled. You know, guys like Jack, exceptional outside shooters, can put the ball on the floor, you know, can score at a high level at the rim.
Well, Maceo Jack will earn himself a trip to the free throw line. He had 11 points the last time these two teams met. Back for his second spell with Cheshire Phoenix. He's a key part of that team that went to the trophy final, and we spoke about earlier, you know, the amount of turnover in the squad. Good for Coach Ben Thomas to keep some kind of core in Maceo Jack there.
Oh, and he's really taken a leap from last year as well. You know, he was a good player, but I think that, you know, this is more of his Cheshire team now, with the you know, just coming back for that second year and some other guys leaving as well.
Ball comes off the foot, so it's going to be a new 14. As the shot clock gets reset. London Lions are going to inbound from the sideline. Here's Sharma. Tariq Phillip driving to the basket, kicks it out for another three-pointer, and Sandy drains it.
Kieran Sandy's more than capable of making those shots. Can shoot the ball pretty well from the outside. He's always active as well, but credit to Tariq Phillip on the drive, the unselfishness to just find his teammate wide open in the corner.
Stevens looking to go inside. It's stripped away by Sharma. Great defense. And now London Lions can push the other way. Sandy, extra pass to Phillip. Sharma's looking for it inside, but comes up to set this ball screen. Sharma at the elbow, puts it on the floor, and it's going to be a reach-in foul on Maceo Jack.
got away with it a little bit there, London, because that was almost the same play where we saw Gabe Olaseni in the first half. Short roll, gets it, and look at Sharma's looking. That's the area that Sam Decker cut and got a dunk attempt. The difference between Decker and Kieran Sandy just in that picture there. Sandy a second or so later, and that's why he wasn't available. When Decker was on the floor, that was, you know, 2 points or 2 free throws coming. Positive for London. Now they're starting to bring this starting group back onto the floor, and you know, they've already got this lead now as they're coming back in.
Ball just trickles out of reach of Sam Decker. Be a rare turnover for the London Lions. Here's Maceo Jack. Stevens got a mismatch with Sharma on him, floats it up and in, and he took full advantage with that quickness advantage over Josh Sharma.
I've been really impressed with Stevens as Nelson gets the quickie, but you know, like, as we knew, he's a great outside shooter, but he's shown a lot more to his game here today as well. His ability to take guys off the dribble.
3-point lead for the Lions, and Maceo Jack looking to tie things up off the mark from downtown. Phillip swings to Decker. Sharma's got position inside. On dribble, turn around, thank you very much.
They're starting to get that scoreboard ticking again now, aren't they, London? And we said, you know, what a different team Cheshire are when you're able to score against them.
Oh, what a pass to Maceo Jack, who jams it in. And sorry to interrupt you there, Coach, because Maceo Jack just throws it down.
Yeah, lovely cut, great find from Jack Hudson as well.
He certainly got that ability to play above the rim, Maceo Jack. Seen it on both ends of the floor, you know, he can block it at one end and then at the other end of the court, just throw it down.
That's his second foul there, though.
Interesting to see whether Coach Ben Thomas keeps him in here. Of course, you know, still 6 minutes to go till half-time, but he picks up a third foul.
No, that's his first. So the one before can't have been called against him, as that one was on Maceo. And we said he's an important piece. And, you know, you were talking about the athleticism, but he's such an exceptional three-point shooter as well. So because he's such a good shooter, you've got to guard him close, and that's when he's able to, you know, get past you on cuts, on rebounds, on one dribble moves to the basket as well.
Here's Aaron Rye, guarded closely by Nelson. Now Maceo Jack. Inside to Jaguar. Jack's wide open for three, and he makes them pay from downtown.
He's starting to take over the game, Maceo Jack, keeping Cheshire in it. 14 points now for him.
Sharma turns the corner. Sharma to the basket, jams it in. And it's showtime in London. Here comes Rye the other way. Kicks it out. Jaguar for three, strings it. End-to-end stuff here at the Copper Box.
Back and forth.
Phillip puts it up, puts it in. And just like that, this game has picked up in intensity, you feel. Rye turns the corner. Extra pass to Jack. He's got Decker on him. Jack puts it on the floor. Oh, great defense by Nelson. Phillip can push in transition. Hands it off to Decker, and it's going to be a foul called on Hudson.
Nervous to come in. Every time I try to talk and something else is going on, as you said, end to end, dunk three, dunk coming back. Great play offensively from both these teams, as you know, for Lions again, the embarrassment of riches. They got Gabe Olaseni coming back in when they've been playing so well.
Certainly has lived up to expectations so far in this one. Neither team's really been able to take control of it. The biggest lead of the game has been 5 by the London Lions, and Cheshire have led by as many as 3, so that's been a tight one in this game so far. Morgan to the basket, lays it in for 2.
How do you stop that? You rush out to Conor Morgan because he's a 40% three-point shooter, and the guy is listed at 6'10". It feels a lot bigger than that. Puts it on the deck, goes past you, finishes at the ring.
Jack hands off to Stevens. Stevens with Morgan on him. Step back for 3. No good that time, and the rebound is gathered in by Olaseni. Here's Morgan. He's open at the in the paint there and couldn't convert off the glass. Now here's Decker. Nice pass inside to Olesheni. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called. And great positioning inside of the GB international.
And that was definitely against Maceo Jack for his second. So a couple of minutes early, so the decision you talked about is now for Coach Thomas.
Timeout called on the floor. We're back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the Copper Box, where it is a tight one here midway through the second quarter. Big top of the table clash in the British Basketball League. And I'm sure is what a must-win game for Coach Ben Thomas and his side if they want to have any chance of catching up London Lions in the British Basketball League standings right now.
Yeah, I think for Coach Thomas right now, you know, his focus is going to be on this defensive end. I'm not sure it's sustainable. I'm not sure, you know, allowing Lions to shoot over 55% for two, over 50% or 50% for three is going to get you a win here in the Copper Box. They've got to try and find a way to slow down the percentages that London are shooting. We know Cheshire can score at a rate, but you've got to give yourselves a chance. You can't put that much pressure on your own offense.
And of course, the London Lions, they looking to bounce back from a midweek defeat in the Euro Cup. They fell at home by just 2 points to Hamburg Towers on Wednesday night. But second home game in as many days. Certainly it is good for the schedule, I presume, because, you know, having those back-to-back home games.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's interesting to see how they respond, because they'll have, you know, that would have stung them, the loss at home to Hamburg, a team they felt they should have beaten. So this is where I'm interested to see this response here. Matt Morgan has been relatively quiet for him, even though he's got 8 points, gets a sneaky one in transition, and now, you know, for Cheshire, it's the same question we asked about London's second unit. Right now, with this lineup on the floor, no Maceo Jack, he's gone out with the 2 fouls. So where's the offense going to come from? Because he has 12 of the 33 for them.
Here's Rye.
And Rye's a guy I'd like to see step up right now. They've got to find a way to get him into the game.
Well, here he is, firing up for 3, drains it. And right on cue there, Coach. He knocks it down for you.
Absolutely. And again, Jack Hudson, the man to get him. Great look. Good work from Hudson at the end of a shot clock. But yeah, Aaron Rye, Cheshire need him now. They need his scoring.
Olaseni. Morgan swings to Decker. Guarded closely by Rye. Look, oh, around the back pass is stolen away by Stevens. Stevens looking to split the defense, and it's going to be a foul on the Lions in transition.
Great rotation from Stevens. Doesn't put a foot wrong really today. Both ends of the floor. Was able to sink on that weak side, took away the pass that Connor Morgan expected to be open. And this is Hudson attacking, doing what he does best, getting eyes on him and finding his teammates wide open.
Oh, the triple is no good by Chagwar the other way. Morgan just lost control of it and ends up turning it over. You don't often see London Lions making those simple mistakes, but you know, in a close game like this one, those could prove costly.
Absolutely. As we said, you know, the only good thing about it is that the ball went out of bounds. So now you do have a chance to set your defense. And it's interesting, right at the point guard position, see if that can get it back to him so he can be a playmaker.
Jaguar looking to go one-on-one on Sandy. No good that time, but an offensive rebound for Ryan, count it. And he'll go to the line for a three-point play.
He's often got, he must have the earplugs in. You know, he heard me say that he's got to step up. This is the time for Aaron Wright. And what really impresses me is, you know, he is a scorer. He's a guy that can impact the game by scoring the ball first and foremost. But he always finds the niche, the time when his team needs it. Maceo Jack's rolling early. Aaron Wright takes a back step. He's just happy to play second fiddle. But now Jack goes out. It's him that's stepping forward to help his team.
Here's Tariq Phillip. Goes the other way at the ball screen. Looking to go one-on-one with Hudson. No good on the mid-range too. Rebound for Rye. Rye looking to push all the way to the hole, puts it up and in. And it's slow on the offensive end, but all of a sudden Aaron Rice has that ability to get to the basket in an instant.
That's a breakdown from London in my eyes. You know, they didn't recognize the threat that Aaron Rye is. Lots of guys around him, but no one really got in front. And he's so crafty with footwork, with his finishing. He's a big body as well, so he can take the contact and finish over people. And what a cameo for Aaron Rye. And this is Cheshire basketball, really. You know, they're hanging on. Maceo Jack steps forward. He's the scoring threat. He then goes out, next guy's there. It's Aaron Wright. He now takes the mantle. He takes the lead. You know, no doubt Cam Christian, we see there, he's going to step forward sometime in the second half. It's his turn to shine. And they're a really, you know, a really good group. I can't remember whether it's Maceo Jack or LaQuincy Radu, who on the British Basketball website was talking about, you know, the unselfishness of this team being a reason for their success. And you can see it with plays like that. They're happy for the other guy to have the shine on them.
Yeah, it was an interview with Maceo Jack, as you say, and he spoke about the positives with his team, and the biggest positive is that they've got loads of different players that can get hot on any given night, and that's what makes them dangerous, because you don't necessarily know which player is going to get hot, and they have the ability, you know, when one player cools off, the next player can just pick up that load, like you say.
And that's exactly what we've seen, isn't it? You know, Maceo Jack had the big little spurt there, and now, as we said, Aaron Rye has just taken it on for him.
Well, Aaron Wright, of course, made that jump up from NBL Division 1 last season. He was named Joint League MVP in the lower divisions, and I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, what on earth was he doing in the lower leagues? Because he's certainly made a really hot start to life in the British Basketball League, and has certainly fit in with the style of play that Coach Ben Thomas likes to run. Here's Olaseni. Decker looking to go back door, spins with the left hand, no good. And Wright gathers in the long rebound.
Cheshire just got, you know, that momentum right now. You can feel that the energy for them has lifted.
Skylar White's three is no good. Offensive rebound for the Knicks. Nice move from Aaron Wright. And he gets that shooter's touch around the rim.
But they're first to everything. You know, they went into the timeout with some momentum. Often you see that minute kills it for you. But both ends of the floor right now, they just seem a step quicker than London.
Nelson driving left. No good on the lefty layup. And Aaron Wright with another rebound.
Aaron Wright's going to go straight to the rim there.
He's able to draw the foul on Olaseni. You say you called that one early there, Coach. I mean, it's almost like you've done a massive scouting report on Aaron Wright.
No, I mean, Aaron Wright played for the Hemel Storm, so all credit to them. You talked about how they were able to get him. You know, he's a guy that I watched. I've got some friends at Hemel Storm. You know, they played and won the trophy final at the Surrey Sports Park last year as well in NBL. So, you know, I've seen that before, know what he's capable of doing in those scenarios.
Stevens with the step through. Soft touch around the rim.
Great work from Stevens. Poor breakdown defensively for London, though.
Here's Taylor. Now finds Decker. Hands back to Taylor. A bit of miscommunication on the offense. As Taylor looking to drive inside. Ooh. draw the foul. And there'll be a foul on the floor. I think it will, say the officials.
Well, where's the ball movement from London that we saw early? Question is, you know, have they gone away from moving the ball and having that fluidity, or is it the Cheshire Phoenix defense that's created that? Because they've made a couple of adjustments, they've stopped it being so smooth for the London Lions, and you know, that's the problem for them, isn't it? London have missed a couple of opportunities. Think about that drive that Luke Nelson missed, and then you get it going the other way. Aaron Wright, a tough matchup. You know, he's got going now.
Well, Taylor drains the second. Cuts it down to a 3-point game with under a minute to go. And London Lions, they led by as many as 8 points in the second quarter. And Cheshire Phoenix have found a way to work their way back into this game. Here's Wright, stripped away by Nelson, but it will stay with Cheshire with the shot clock at 15 seconds. Hudson to inbound. Wright. Going to work on Taylor. Going to back down. Double team comes. Aaron Wright, once again, able to draw that contact, and another trip to the free throw line coming up for him.
Another great, smart play design by Cheshire. They know the defense is switching, so they let Taylor, the smaller man, switch onto Wright and let him go to work. This is where he's really tough, you know, because he's a matchup problem with his ability to space the floor, shoot the three when he's open, pull bigger guys away from the basket. But the moment you switch against him and put a smaller guy on him, he uses his strength and his size to go into the low post or get on the offensive glass.
Able to go 2 for 2. Extend their lead away from home. Here's Nelson looking for Olasheni. Sandy finds Taylor, fakes the pass, drives inside. Extra pass to Olasheni, who gets it to go with the reverse layup.
That's the great London ball movement that we saw in that first 5-6 minutes and has disappeared until that point. So good to see them get that back.
Well, timeout's called on the floor by the Cheshire Phoenix, and in tight games like this, Coach, I mean, you have the timeout to use anyway, but, you know, getting something drawn up going into the half, what kind of look do you think that Ben Thomas will go for here in these last 24 seconds?
Well, I think don't get too complicated. Give it to the guy who wears number 21. Everybody else just stand still and let him go to work. Ideally, try and get a switch. I think that's where Reiser is best, if he can get a smaller guy on him. See if he can operate in that low post. The question for London is, are they going to change defense at all? Will they not switch ball screens? Will they do something different, any sort of zone, to just throw Cheshire off their rhythm? Because right now, Cheshire have that momentum that they want. We said in the first 20 minutes, the offense was working for Cheshire. That was no problem, but, you know, the percentages from London were so good that they were scoring, you know, freely. And now, Cheshire have done a better job defensively. I think coupled with a couple of misses from London, that's why they've got this slender lead.
We talk about Aaron Wright. He has 14 first-half points in this game so far. 4 for 6 from the field. Perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line as well. Well, can he get one final look here going into the halftime break to extend Cheshire's lead at the Copper Box Arena?
Okay, Lions fans, time to get the Lions on defense.
No fouls to give for London either, so they can't commit one without sending Cheshire to the line.
Hold it. Here's Wright looking to go one-on-one with Quealy. Again, backing down inside, fakes it, puts it up, and once again, just able to draw the contact, and 2 players collapsing on him this time, and he's still able to get to the free throw line.
Not sure what more London could have done. They put Kareem Quealy, who's a bigger guard, strong enough to hold his position, onto the matchup, thinking that was going to be able to slow down Rye, but just wasn't able to do it. Aaron Rye wins that matchup on that occasion.
Well, Aaron Wright had a 20-point game in the first meeting between these 2 teams this season. Was named October's British Basketball League Player of the Month, and then, of course, had that short injury spell, which kept him out of the roster for most of November. And September even, and then all of a sudden back into the roster, and really found his rhythm once again with this Cheshire team, and he's been the catalyst so far in this game as Cheshire Phoenix lead the London Lions 49 points to 44 with 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. And now it's London Lions' turn to draw up a play. And coach, we speak about Aaron Rye. I mean, here's a look at some of his key plays from the first half. And again, you speak about his ability to do it from wherever he can on the court, getting points up in a hurry in a multitude of ways.
Yeah, and they're a really interesting roster construction, the Cheshire Phoenix, because Aaron Rye, you said, you see what he's able to do. None of it's almost in a traditional way. So because he was able to get on the offensive glass, he pushes the ball in transition. He's able to get on the offensive glass because the bigs for Cheshire, guys like Shilgar, guys like Skylar White, pull the bigs away from the basket. So teams will often switch against them, and that leaves Aaron Rye free to go against a guard on the offensive glass. He grabs a defensive rebound. His ability to interchange with the other guys means that he can be the facilitator in transition as well.
6 seconds to go in the first half. Morgan looking to push, puts it up, can't get it to go, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Coach Ben Thomas's side lead the London Lions 49 points to 44 at the half-time break. It is a big lead for them, and Coach Lloyd Gardner and I will be right back with you after this short break to break down all the action from the first half. Welcome back to Friday Night Hoops here in the British Basketball League, where at the halftime break, the Cheshire Phoenix have a narrow lead over the London Lions. And coach, this one's lived up to expectations so far, first versus second.
Absolutely. I think both teams will be happy with parts of the game. Cheshire especially have done what they do. Even though it's London, even though it's a team they haven't defeated yet, they've been solid on the defensive ends, but they're really tough to guard. 49 points and a half. I think on the road they'll be happy with that.
Well, let's take a look at the key stats at the half-time break. And Coach, when you look down the numbers there, what is it that really stands out for you?
I think it's all pretty even. We said about if London keeps shooting the way they are, it's going to be a tough game for Cheshire. But I thought defensively, Cheshire made a few adjustments. And the big thing, really, just 4 turnovers for Cheshire. I think if you're not turning the ball over when they're shooting the way they are, knowing that they can get out in transition and get some easy points as well, that's something for Lions to key on, how they can be disruptive to this Cheshire offense.
Well, let's take a look at the story of the first half. And it was a pair of back-to-back threes from Skylar White early on in this game, and we spoke about him in the build-up, you know, knocking those down, really able to create that separation early on.
Yeah, it was strange that, you know, he got going early, but then we didn't really see too much of him. And again, it's just another sign for this Cheshire team that, you know, Skylar started off pretty hot, then it was Maceo Jack taking over, and then eventually Aaron Wright as well. But for London, you know, their ability to move the ball, their ability to share and play as a team, so smooth in these early stages here. You can see the ball just moving beautifully. As the game went on, though, that Cheshire defense just started to find its rhythm a little bit better. They stopped the ball being moved so freely, and that limited the clean looks that London had.
Of course, Aaron Wright leading the way with 16 first half points for Cheshire Phoenix, and it was the second quarter where he really picked up the load from Skylar White.
Cheshire just didn't slow. You know, they had a tiny spell. I think it was the back end of that first quarter where they didn't really get their rhythm. Apart from that, you know, it's been a solid 20 minutes for their offense. It was Maceo Jack, as we said, first before Aaron Wright. He's got 12 himself. Couple of threes, couple of cuts to the basket, something a score in transition, and we wondered where the offense was going to come from when he picked up his second foul. That's still something we've got to keep an eye on, but you know, Cheshire right now, I think they'll go into the half full of confidence.
What will Coach Peter Bosnich be saying to his team at the half-time break? Because, of course, just narrowly trailing, but still right there in the top of the table.
Yeah, it's not panic stations yet at all for this London team. They're experienced. They've been in close games, so I don't think they're going to worry. But it's got to be the defensive end for them. They'll be frustrated. They've given up those 49 points to Cheshire. That's too many to give up when you're playing at home. I think they'll be wanting to lock in on that end of the floor. And then, as we've said, you know, the way the ball moves offensively, I think they get caught in a little bit of a one-on-one battle against Cheshire. Even when you've got the talent that London has, that's a dangerous game to get into against Phoenix.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Well, we've got second half action coming up for you very, very soon indeed. But right now, it's time to take a look back at the top 10 plays from the last week of action in the British Basketball League.
Well, tries another down dunk, goes in reverse slam. Are you kidding me? Patriots all of a sudden making a statement early on here to the Lions. Jacob Wiley going backdoor. Decker twisting, turning, goes up.
Yeah, that was vintage Decker, just attacked.
Superb, 50% from the three-point line this year, Connor Washington.
Lobbed up to Sharma, who jams it in.
Wow, and that's the luxury you have when you have a Josh Sharma. Just throw the ball up there, and he'll do the rest.
There's the alley-oop. Oh my goodness! London Bridge has fallen down as Wiley Airlines with a connection.
Easy layup he had the play before.
Here's Walker out to Lowell. Block! What a huge block that was. Sam Decker chasing to the corner to throw that out.
And we finally started to see them in the third. It was too late.
Oh, it's a jam by Bennett Cook on the follow, and that will do it. Offensive rebound, but it's taken back by Sheffield, and watch out because here comes Jalen Pipkins with a reverse jab.
Oh, that was nice, Joel.
Flying along the baseline, he elevates and he flushes with authority.
Well, there he is, the South Sudan international.
crossover by LVC. Steps through, takes a circus shot again. That's got to be top 10 play of the week.
Wow.
LVC has left the building.
Here's Walsh, penetrates, fouls, throws it up. Oh, it will count. I think it's an unsportsmanlike foul as well.
Being Ledger reverse, and they find Anderson left wide open. The three is up, and it's good. Well, Anderson, as you mentioned, could be a consideration for Great Britain come February time, Graham. Graham Bell baseline, throws it down with two hands, and no regard. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Lee pump fakes. Tries to step through, three is up, and it's good. Jackson here in the backcourt. Now they turn it over. Lewis comes up and still he's going to lay this one up. Giants lead it by 6 points. We'll see it coming up one screen. Finds Walsh. Walsh fires the three, and again, it's lights out here tonight at Manchester. 0.3 of a second now. Boursier trying to throw this one long. Passes up, gets it off in time. Oh! Are you kidding me? Evan Walsh. Well, Walsh trying to push the tempo. Attacking quickly, going in and around. Finds Stapley. They caught another three is up. And oh my goodness! This team just cannot miss from the perimeter. Now looking to attack, but gets his pocket pick now. Flyers have numbers. Goes up, he's gonna finish this one. Patiently trying to build up the offense here for the Giants. Walsh baseline, fakes the pass. Kicks out Boursier, can he go for three, number 9? You bet he can. Jacob twisting and turning, going in and out. Get him rejected. Well, legend Robertson. Thomas Edwards now tries another one. Are you kidding me? I am legend, he just said. 19 seconds difference, alley-oop. Oh, baby! Again.
That was right on a dime. And they get all the looks they want.
Jacob, third time lucky, this time no problem. Flyers looking to regroup now. Jackson fires another three-pointer. This one's good. Goes down to Anderson, spinning, going baseline, up and again. A tough move by Jamel Anderson. Giants lead by 26. Finds Ledger, Robertson goes in, and again puts them all on the poster. And there's your player of the game, Evan Walsh, and now finally the Manchester Giants hit the century mark with 100 points. But at the end of this one, it will be the Manchester Giants as they win this one in the end, 103-80 against the Bristol Flyers.
Welcome back to the Copper Box, where it's a 5-point lead at the half-time break for Cheshire Phoenix over the London Lions. And of course, tonight a busy weekend of British Basketball League action. There's one other game going on right now over on Sky Sports, where the Caledonia Gladiators lead the Leicester Riders at half-time. Another tight game in that one. And then 3 games on the slate for Sunday. Coach, your Surrey Scorchers taking on the Caledonia Gladiators. Then London Lions are back in action against the Manchester Giants, followed up by Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Newcastle Eagles. Here's a look at those league standings heading into tonight's action, and you just see how important this top-of-the-table clash is for both of these teams. If Cheshire can hold on for a win here, Coach, it could be a super exciting title race this season. Yeah, it would be justification for a great first half of the year for the Cheshire Phoenix. And again, great first half of basketball as well for them. Can they continue it into this second 20 minutes? Now the third quarter is underway as Rideau hands off with Wright. Screen comes from Chagwa. Maceo Jack fires up for 3. Walker trickles out, and last touched by the Cheshire Phoenix for a London ball. Just looking at the stats of the half, you know, it's really interesting. No one really from London has taken a grip on the game. If you look at Cheshire, we've repeatedly talked about the 2 or 3 guys from them that have really come to the play. You know, they've been at the forefront. For London, no one's really been the focal point yet. Morgan's 3 years off. Rebound for Wright. Going to go the other way as Rideau passes back to Wright. Screen comes from Skylar White. Wright looking to go one-on-one with Taylor. Nice pass inside, and the reverse layup is good for Ethan Chagwa. Taylor. Screen comes from Matt Morgan, fires up for 3. Connor Morgan even fires up for 3 off the back iron. Right, kicks it inside. Maceo Jack thought about the mid-range, the 3-pointer. It's great defense by Morgan, looking to go coast to coast, and it's going to be a foul on Wright. And interesting to get your take on this one, Lloyd, because this one could have easily been called an unsportsmanlike foul, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Great defense for Morgan, not really known for his play on that end of the floor. This is the end where he excels, and you know, not sure how much of a play for the ball or how much intent there was on that one from Aaron Wright. No, he's clearly trying to stop the transition. And for Matt Morgan, you know, so often it's plays like this, you know, when you put a guy on the free throw line who's... Is that a solid game, Matt Morgan's got 8 points. This will make him to 10, but he hasn't played as well as we know he's capable. And sometimes when you can get to the free throw line, you get those baskets, you can score. It just gets a scorer like he is going. And he's only, it's his first trip to the line. So can this be the spark to get him into a big game? Well, he had 33 points in the first meeting between these two teams. He also had 8 rebounds in that game as well. So, you know, he's got that ability to explode at any point as he knocks down the second free throw. Here's Rideau. Going to work on Morgan. Quincy Rideau, what a beautiful move. And the reverse layup is good. Again, that switching defense from London, but being undone in those one-on-one, those isolations. Good work from Rideau. Olasheni looking to go the other end, can't get the turnaround hook shot. And it's rebounded by Chagwa. Rideau. Again, dancing through the lane. Oh, what a pass to Maceo Jack at the 45 for 3. Knocks it down. And it's the same this time. Rideau isolates. Beats his man, draws a second defender, and is able to make the pass. Oh, nice pass into Decker at the other end. Cheshire Phoenix caught napping on the defensive end. Jack, again for 3, splashes it. And he's a guy that can get hot in a hurry. Yeah, and so now the problem for London is they've given that momentum to Cheshire. They've really got rolling, and they're so hard to slow down. Even when you're scoring as London are, you know, you've got to get these stops on this end of the floor, because Cheshire will happily trade baskets. Well, Decker gets it to go at the other end for London. Just like that, this game's picked up once again. Nice pick and roll, and Chagwa soft finish around the rim. Oh,
The London bench, I looked over and 3 or 4 of the coaching staff just threw the palms to the air as if to say, what are we doing defensively, giving up wide open shots.
Well, just like that, the Cheshire Phoenix have creeped out to a 10-point lead. Morgan pulls it back out. Nice pass inside to Olaseni. It's blocked by Wright. Nice pass to Maceo Jack, playing quarterback out there, and he'll girdle the line to shoot too.
Maceo Jack inspiring another Cheshire Phoenix run. Look at this from Rideau, though. Great pass to find a man who is electric from the three-point line.
And then you see Maceo Jack again, calling back-to-back threes, and that causes Coach Petar Bozic to call a timeout here, and danger of this game running away from them because Cheshire Phoenix have come out firing out the gates in this third quarter, and they're all led by that man, Maceo Jack.
The most impressive thing for Cheshire, someone like Maceo Jack, he's picked up the 2 fouls, he's been taken out of the game, he's had to sit, and so often that kills your rhythm. Because of the fouls, you know, you've taken yourself out when you're feeling hot and you're playing well. And yet he's able to reevaluate, he's able to take the break, he's able to sit through the half as well and still come out ready to go in this second half early on. And right now it is Cheshire that's swinging all the punches, and Lions have got the answer. You know, you've got to come up with some answers.
Well, Jack's now up to 18 points. He's 6 for 8 from the field, so he's getting him up efficiently. See if we can listen into this timeout from Petar Bozic. Well, Lloyd, you know, if you're Coach Petar Bozic in this timeout, what is it you're saying to your team to work your way back into this one?
Well, there's some uncharacteristic breakdowns defensively from London, and it's all about that end of the floor. We talked about the shooting splits for London in the first half, but right now, Cheshire, 56% for two-point range, 50% for 3, and they've made 8 threes as well. 100% from the line, 11 for 11. So that is, you know, exceptional offense for Cheshire. But you've got to say, with the quality that London have, the size, the versatility, they shouldn't be giving up shooting splits like that. There's breakdowns there that they have to think are their responsibility as much as it is great offense from Cheshire.
Here's Taylor. Morgan, hands off with Decker. Extra pass back to Morgan. Now here's Nelson. Thought about the 3, kicks it inside to Sharma. Sharma, cross-court pass to Taylor, drives baseline. Flips it up, no good, and the rebound secured by Skylar White. Rideau, round the back pass to Wright. He's wide open at the top of the three-point line and able to get it to another trip to the free-throw line.
But you miss it at one end, as we've talked about, and what does it do? Look, open floor. Cheshire, just, you know, the ability of so many playmakers on the floor at any one time. The 5 they've got out there right now, Maceo Jack, Aaron Wright, Rakunsi Radu, any of them comfortable putting it on the floor, any of them passing, comfortable passing off the dribble, any of them comfortable shooting the ball from the outside as well.
And it's just picking up the players back on the defensive end. I mean, you saw Aaron Wright on that last possession just catch it at the top of the three-point line. He could have easily shot a 3, but decided to get the 2 points the old-fashioned way. Here comes Taylor now. Nice pass inside to Josh Sharma, count it, and the foul. And he'll girdle a line for a three-point play.
Here's the Sharma throw down, the spark the Lions need. It has been in past games, it has been in some big occasions, something to get them going. He is fired up. Can this be what London need?
What does a play like that do for momentum? Because it's such a momentum game out there, but you know, you see a player playing above the ring like that. Is that, what does that do for sparking a run?
Yeah, I think it's just the energy it provides for other people. And that's what London need right now, because Cheshire they are the leaders energy-wise. They're the ones that are making plays. They're the ones on the front foot, as we see here.
Right, turn around, nowhere to go. Rebound secured by Taylor. And can the London Lions capitalise on that Sharma dunk? Decker to the basket, puts it up and in. Strong move and a strong finish.
And that's what he is very good at as well. Sam Decker getting downhill.
Well, a 3-pointer no good at the other end by Maceo Jack. Bit of a heat check that time for him. Decker again looking to go inside and once again gets it to go off the glass.
6-0 run for London. Coach Thomas waiting for that 5-minute mark. Doesn't want to blow a timeout now when he knows that the break is coming once we get over 5 minutes. Important possession here for London.
It's going to be a foul called away from the basketball. And you just see, I mean, we spoke about what that dunk from Sharma does for momentum. You see London getting a couple of stops on the defensive end, and then Decker, the most experienced player on the team, is really sparking that run now for London.
We've talked about the Cheshire players taking over, knowing the moment, and Sam Decker is a guy that can do that, knows the moment his team needs him.
Well, again, Cheshire can't convert, but the rebound falls to Rideau. Here he is, guarded by Taylor. Nice steal from Luke Nelson. Lions can push in transition. And once again, it's Decker to the basket, but it's blocked by Maceo Jack. Here's LaQuincy Rideau. Loses control of it. And Aaron Wright does well to knock it off of Luke Nelson for a Cheshire Phoenix ball.
Great save from Rideau. I thought Decker was going to make that move, but didn't have the lift. Jack gets the block, and now it is the timeout. But I think positive signs for London there. This is an important couple of minutes coming out of the timeout.
Break called on the floor. We'll be back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the Copper Box Arena, where the London Lions are slowly starting to chip away at this Cheshire Phoenix lead. And it's another turnover by Cheshire. And that's one they'll certainly want to have back out of the timeout.
Well, first, we saw Ben Thomas quickly there. I feel like it's the first time throughout this game he'll be feeling any stress, really. His team's been so good. But right now...
Lobbed up to Sharma, who jams it in.
We've talked about the energy, the momentum for Cheshire right now suddenly shifted to London. A mistake from Cheshire. Are they feeling the pressure? But that's going to help.
Oh, Aaron Wright at the other end. Incredible end-to-end stuff at the Copper Box.
The breakdowns haven't been there for London, but that was a massive one. I'm not sure what happened to the defense.
Oh, it's stolen again by Cheshire, and it's a 2-on-1 in transition. Dumped off to Aaron Wright, who puts it in off the glass.
And before I'd even finished talking about momentum, going to London, that's it. It's back again with Cheshire, back-to-back plays for them.
This game is end-to-end stuff, and an offensive foul is called. And just like that, momentum has just shifted back into the favour of the Cheshire Phoenix.
It's just incredible. London come out, they throw the lob, they're there, everything looking comfortable, and now they've gone, you know, turnover, give up layup, and Cheshire, you know, the shoulders can be a little bit looser again now. They've got this double-digit lead once more. They've got the comfort, they've got the confidence, and you know, they're the ones with possession as well.
Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oh, it's stolen away by the London Lions. Here's Nelson. Skip past to Quealy, now inside to Sharma. Looking to go to work on White. Sharma fakes it, nowhere to go. Steps on the baseline. And the ball's going to go back to the Cheshire Phoenix.
Tremendous work for Lions coming out of the timeout. They get the lob, but since that point, it's Aaron Rye dunk, Aaron Rye layup, and then turnover for London. That is not what they wanted. We said what an important couple of minutes it is, and this game is broken down into these sections.
Well, can Cheshire capitalise on the momentum they've got right now? Rye backing down Queeley. Kicks it out. Rideau for three. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound forced to Skylar White from downtown. Another offensive rebound for the Knicks. And this time Aaron Rye puts it in at the third chance opportunity.
And we'll get a chance to talk about this while there's a break. That shums up Cheshire. There's, you know, the five-man is out on the three-point line in Skylar White. The ball comes out to him. He misses, and then it bounces or is tapped back to the four-man who's out on the three-point line as well.
Well, here you see both teams trading jams in this game as Josh Sharma with the first and then Aaron Rye with the second. Nelson. Morgan from downtown. No good that time, and a rebound gathered in by Aaron Rye. It's his sixth rebound of the game, and Skylar White again left open from deep. Can't capitalise from distance. And now it's London's turn to push in transition. Morgan, extra pass to Sandy. Sharma again looking to go to work on Skylar White. This time the soft floater, can't get it to go again.
I think Cheshire take Sharma going in against Skylar White on the inside, and they're happy to live with those shots rather than Matt Morgan on the outside, rather than Luke Nelson having the ball in his hands as well.
It's a deceiving one, isn't it? Because you feel like as the three-pointer goes up, here comes London the other way in transition. Around the back from Luke Nelson, all the way to the hole, and can't get it to go. It's going to be a foul. And just going back to that point, I mean, it's an interesting one because, you know, you look at that matchup between the bigs inside, and you like Sharma's chances against Skylar White, but Skylar White, he's smaller for a big man, but he's got that ability to defend taller players.
Yeah, and it's a decent shot for Sharma. He made a good move. You know, he got the shot he wanted. I just feel like for London, they need those key guys for them to get going. And this, again, the frustration you can see from London right now, because they've only got the 59 points as we're getting to the back end of this third quarter, because the offense hasn't really been flowing. The decision for Luke Nelson wasn't a great one there in transition. Tried to attack against the defense, which was waiting for him. And then the frustration again comes from not making a clear decision, then committing a foul on the rebound, and it just helps Cheshire. They get the stop, they get some easy points here. Rideau smiling around. You know, he's comfortable. Now they can set their defense and play in the half court.
Well, LaQuincy Rideau knocks down the second free throw. He's just a 44% free throw shooter on the season. Morgan, skip pass to Sharma. Can't get it to go inside, and it trickles out of play, and it's last touch by the London Lions. So again, London unable to get anything to go on the offensive end. And these last 2 minutes, coach, will be important because you feel like whichever team can really go on a run to end this third period could really dictate how this fourth quarter plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Lions can get this into single digits. I think they'll still have a big comfort level for that last quarter. But for Cheshire, it's a psychological hump as well. If they can just hold out for this next 145, I think they'll take great confidence going in.
Here's LaQuincy Rideau looking for White inside, and Skylar White saying he didn't touch it, but
it's another breakdown. London have switched the ball screen, and they've allowed Skylar White to roll to the basket, whether it's his or not. Look, he's wide open. It's just a little bit loose on the pass from Rideau. Rare from him. He's usually an exceptional guy in that situation.
Matt Morgan into a double team. Skip pass to Queeley, driving baseline. Out to Sandy, again for three. Can't convert from downtown, but there's Josh Sharma at the offensive rebound and puts it in.
Great energy from Lions. It's those scrappy plays that you have to get, that you have to win.
Rideau driving inside. Can't get the layup to go, and it's rebounded by Sandy. Important minute coming up for the London Lions. Nelson looking for Sandy going back door. And you'll get a new 14 seconds as the ball comes off the foot of the Cheshire Phoenix.
Possession for the London Lions. Luke Nelson to inbound.
Nelson to inbound. Nice pass into Morgan. He can't get the layup to go. Here comes Cheshire the other way. Rideau out to Stevens. Fakes the three. Pulls up for three. Can't convert from distance. London now looking to push. Quealy to the basket. Gets the roll around the rim and gets the drop.
2 for 1 as well. That was big play for London. You can get a stop knowing they're going to get possession back for the final shot here. Got to make sure you rebound though. Don't give up an offensive glass.
Big possession coming up for Cheshire. Right, driving left. All the way to the hole. It's just a breakdown on the defensive end for the London Lions.
And they're scared to come and help because of the way Cheshire have shot the ball in this third quarter.
6 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called on Kristen. And how big could that be? Unsportsmanlike. I'd love to see this one back again because it was Matt Morgan bringing the ball up over the halfway line. And you see him just looking to shoot that ball as the foul comes in. Interested to get your take on that one.
Yeah, I don't like the unsportsmanlike call generally. Forget what the rule is, but you're telling me that in that situation he didn't make a play for the ball. But if we remember the one for Aaron Rye earlier when he got Matt Morgan, that it was any different. It's exactly the same. The scenario is different. And I think that's it's a tough call against Cheshire in that situation. For me, you call both of them unsportsmanlike and everyone knows where you stand, or you call neither of them.
Well, how big could this be? Because Morgan could knock down these shots, and then, of course, London with a final possession with just under 6 seconds to go in the third. And if they score on this subsequent possession here, this could be a very tasty finish to this game at the Copper Box. Nelson to inbound. Oh, it's stolen away by LaQuincy Rideau. And he beats the clock and jams it in. And that will do it for the end of the third quarter. We're back with you after this short break. Welcome back to London, where we're all set for fourth quarter action. And just at the end of the third period, that man there, LaQuincy Rideau, That's why he leads the league in steals with just over 3 a game. Jams it in at the other end. Fourth quarter underway.
Incredible play from Rideau.
As Gabe Olasheni with the hook. And it's London Lions that get the first bucket of the fourth.
That execution from London, we just haven't seen since early on in the game.
And 3 points are no good at the other end by Cheshire. Morgan driving to the basket. The lefty layup is good. And a pair of back-to-back scores for the Lions to start this fourth quarter.
This is the lineup for Lions. There's going to have to turn the screws. Everybody out there now for them. See if this can get them back into the game.
Stevens top to... Well, inside to Skylar White even. Oh, it's stolen away by London again. Decker looking for Morgan in transition. It comes off the foot.
Coach Thomas is saving a couple of his guys for this end game, but I'd like to see one of Jack or Aaron Rye out there on the floor right now for Cheshire. Kind of, you know, go back and forth with those two because they've been so exceptionally good. You don't want to give London any heart here in the early stages of the fourth.
Taylor inside to Gabe Olasheni and count it, and the foul. And he will go to the line for a three-point play.
As we've said, the key guys from London haven't been overly influential. We haven't said Gabe's name a lot after the massive game in Europe. We haven't said Matt Morgan's name a lot. You know, even though he's scored, you know, Matt Morgan, 14 points. He's only 4 of 10 from the field. Whilst Gabe now, he's got 10 points. But, you know, not massive games for either of them.
Now Olasheni knocks down the bonus, and it's a 7-0 run for the London Lions to start this fourth quarter.
Cheshire made the change, but it's not Jack or Rye on yet.
As Taylor gets his hands on it, knocks it out of play. And you feel that if they can get the fans in there involved as well in this fourth quarter. They're going on this run right now. Chance for them to cut away at the lead once again on defense. Holden, nice pass inside to Chagwar. It's going to be a foul on Taylor. And Ethan Chagwar had the open lane there, just couldn't quite convert on the dunk.
Just, I mean, the sacrifice from Jordan Taylor, though. Comes across, knows what he's doing, but saves 2 points for his team. Puts Chagwar on the line, says, okay, you may get 2, but you've got to earn them the hard way here.
Well, Chagwar at the line, and that is Cheshire Phoenix's first free throw missed of the game this evening.
But that's why Jordan Taylor sacrificed himself and made that extra effort to commit the foul rather than give up the layup. It's an important point saved for his team.
The second one's missed too.
2 points
turns
saved.
out to be a great foul
Yeah.
in the end by Jordan Taylor. Lions on a 7-0 run. Taylor pulls up for 3, drains the 3, and it is a 10-0 run for the London Lions to start the fourth quarter.
Subs are waiting to come in for Cheshire. They didn't last long. It was just a couple of minutes for them. Now they're going to have to come down the stretch. Ryan, Jack coming back.
Here's Stevens. Backing down Morgan. Stevens splashes it. An incredibly tough shot for EJ Stevens.
I thought London's defense was pretty good there, but that's just the offense too good.
Oh, nice backdoor pass. Oh, what a block. And it's going to be a foul called. And end-to-end stuff. Both teams playing above the rim in this game and putting their bodies on the line.
Morgan does not look comfortable on the floor.
Here's a look at that replay. Going to be a foul called on LaQuincy Rideau, and you can see his reaction to it as Connor Morgan is helped back to his feet as he's walking gingerly out there after that foul by Rideau.
I mean, I'm not sure where the complaint comes from.
You can't really see it too well on that replay, but he'll send Connor Morgan to the line to shoot 2.
Connor Morgan's a guy's quiet game, 4 points, only 1 3-point attempt. I think that's big as well. Interesting for Lions. They've really changed their offense. They're starting to get Gabe Olasheni to screen on the outside and then roll into the free throw line area. And that's where they've had a lot of success, getting him the ball there where he can finish, or he's a passer to guys cutting.
Well, he converts on the second, and now it's just a 2-point lead for the Cheshire Phoenix. Right. Oh, it's last touch by the London Lions, so it's going to stay with Cheshire. Again, London Lions have hands everywhere right now on the defensive end. Rizzo to inbound. Ball into Jaguar. Double team comes. Morgan knocks it loose. Turnover by the Cheshire Phoenix. And Morgan out in transition. It's blocked, but it goes in anyway. Incredible. There's going to be a offensive foul is called. Couldn't quite see it off the edge of the screen. Love to be able to see that one again.
And a technical foul as well.
Technical foul is called.
Oh, Cheshire falling apart. What a run this is. I mean, what an incredible 2.5 minutes from London. 12-2 run, plus a technical foul, plus possession. Matt Morgan fired up as well. And that's the quality of this London Lions team. Knowing the game is on the line, what a response for them.
Incredible stuff from the London Lions to start this fourth quarter. The game was sort of hanging in the balance. It was in danger of running away from them at the end of the third period. They felt momentum was with the Cheshire Phoenix going into the fourth after Aaron Rye with that steal and breakaway dunk. And then London Lions, 10-0 run to start that fourth quarter. And right now, this game is hanging in the balance with 7.5 minutes to go.
Cheshire, a team, we talked about them being able to spur and go on these runs, but London right here is showing what they're capable of doing.
Skylar, okay, it's going to squeeze down here, okay? And then Skylar, you're going to come up here, okay? It's that squeeze and ease that, okay? You, no screen from Skylar, he's going to say down to here, EJ's the ball. EJ, go open, take that shot. Let's go.
I could be looking for a shot on the wing for EJ Stevens potentially out of this timeout, coach.
Yeah, but don't think it's going to be a technical foul free throw, and it's going to be Lions possession first as well. So they've got to play defense before they worry about the offensive end.
Well, London Lions, after trailing by as many as 14 points in this game, will have a chance to retake the lead here. So just confirmation on what's happened on the floor. There's been no technical foul has been called.
It's just a timeout, not a technical.
So end-to-end stuff here. This game's had it all so far in this fourth quarter, and there's still 7 minutes to go as well. Fasten up, folks. Here's Rideau. Stevens looking to go back door. They've left Skylar White open for three, and he can't convert. There's an offensive rebound by Aaron Wright, and it's picked up by Morgan, and London Lions get the stop. Morgan pulls up for three, drains the three, and London Lions, after trailing by as many as 14 points, are on top by 3.
All of a sudden, Matt Morgan is taken over this game.
Rideau looking to respond with a triple at the other end, and it's rebounded by Connor Morgan.
Cheshire have to settle themselves. Long time to go. It's only a 3-point game. Don't need to be in a rush.
Matt Morgan turns the corner, kicks it out. Extra pass to Jordan Taylor. He can't convert, but there's Sam Decker on the offensive rebound. And Gabe Olasheni with the floater. And just like that, it's a 5-point lead for London.
London first to everything. Clean passes, easy shots, offensive rebounds. Cheshire have to settle, get it to, the right guys. Here you go, Wright and Jack as well.
Jack fires up from the baseline and knocks it down. And responds with a triple just to stop that London run.
Yeah, and that's what we say, just calm for Cheshire. Got carried away a bit with the emotion that London had showed.
Taylor into Olaseni. His elbow jumper is short. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Conor Morgan. And as you say, important for Cheshire to remain composed. I mean, I know they gave away that 10-0 run to start the fourth quarter, but, you know, still trailing by 2. Still plenty of time to retake the lead here, and this game could come down to the finest of margins.
And this is a Cheshire team. We know they can go on those runs themselves, so no need to panic yet. They've just got to bring that energy level up again.
Here's Aaron Wright. What a move and what a finish. And it's tied at 84.
There you go. That's much better from Cheshire. The last 2 possessions, Rye creates, gets the shot for Jack, and then Rye scores himself. Much better than the quick 3 from Rideau.
Decker up against Skylar White now. Pulls it back out to the 3-point line. Decker gets it back. Looking to go left. Count it and the foul. And Sam Decker will go to the line for a bonus.
Again, the heady play for Jordan Taylor, though. Decker backed it out, gives it to Taylor, then he gets it back, and that shifted the defense enough that there was the space for Decker to attack. Obviously, the great finish from Sam Decker, but it's about the team play as well, the understanding of getting him the ball in the areas where he can be successful.
Well, he certainly is one guy you can put the ball in the hands of during crunch time. Sam Decker, no mistakes with the extra free throw. Puts London back on top by 3.
And this is what we come to see, isn't it? Midway through, final quarter, 3-point game.
This goes back to the London Lions. There's going to be a Cheshire Phoenix turnover. Both teams are looking at the official there, just waiting for them to make a call, and London Lions will get it back. A timeout's been called on the floor. We're back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the Copper Box, where it's crunch time in this top-of-the-table clash in the British Basketball League. There is a 3-point lead to the London Lions with under 5 minutes to go. Oh, it's stolen by Rideau. Pushing in transition, it's stolen back by the London Lions. Great defense by them, and once again, they'll get a chance to extend this lead. Decker inside to Olaseni. Olaseni able to draw the foul, and that will send him to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I thought there was probably a foul earlier and the officials called it. Shagar trying to be physical, didn't really, was kind of pushing outside his cylinder. Smart play from London, get Olaseni the ball. And as we've said, you know, this is crunch time for London. This is where their experience of guys like Olesheni has played, you know, throughout Europe, at high-level European competition. This is where guys like Matt Morgan really show, you know, the quality that they have. And for Cheshire, this is, you know, what they want to be in. A tight game against London on the road. This is why they're here. This is a team that believes they're one of the top 2 teams, the top team in the British Basketball League, and it is their opportunity to prove it.
Well, this game certainly has lived up to expectations. It's going right the way down to the wire. If you are enjoying the game, do make sure to give us a like, drop a comment on YouTube. Share the game with a friend as well. Let them know it's going down to the crunch time, because this one could go either way. Here's LaQuincy Rideau. Jack driving inside, can't get it to go, and rebounded by Taylor. Morgan looking to go the other way and was looking for a foul, and it was a foul called on LaQuincy Rideau in the end.
Oh, that's a tough one against Rideau. Played pretty good positional defense. It felt like, yeah, there was contact, but Morgan went down. Just get a look at Luke Nelson. He was slow to get up on that far end of the floor. Kind of took a shot to his face playing defense.
Well, the first is good for Matt Morgan. Puts in the second as well.
First half, we said we hadn't really talked about Matt Morgan very much. He'd scored, but you know, hadn't really done as much as we expected. But this second half has just been all about him.
Yeah, he really has taken over this game. I mean, he is the guy that, one of the front runners for league MVP in the first half of the British Basketball League season. Usually the guy you can rely on to put the ball in his hands down the crunch time. He's certainly lived up to that in this second half. 19 points for the London Lions to lead the way, or 21 points even to lead the way for the London Lions, and he certainly has impressed in this one.
Well, we knew Matt Morgan's pedigree. He was a big off-season addition alongside Gabe Olesheni as well for this London Lions team. Came in off a great year in Pro A in France last year. He was also up for MVP, one of the top 3 candidates for MVP of that league. So what an addition he is to the British Basketball League here, and he's showing why. He's showing that quality. Is it going to be enough, though?
I'm going to have to start asking you to think about your game MVP here, Lloyd, and have a little think about who could be on either team, because like you say, this game could still go either way. Nice pass inside to Olesheni. Now here's Taylor for 3 is off. Rideau looking to push the other way.
Once more, it's that Olesheni short roll. And him as a provider, they got a good shot there. I think they'll live with that.
Ball skipped to Skylar White. Extra pass. Now here's Rideau. He thought about the 3. Takes out the second chance and is short in the end. And we just felt LaQuincy Rideau just hesitated on that 3-point jumper, and that's why it ended up being short.
I think Lions did everything right, though, defensively. They rotated really well. They got the ball back. You know, Rideau is an exceptional player. The 3-point shot is not kind of his game, really. It's not what he wants to do first. He wants to be the one that's providing that pass for other guys to shoot. Lions did a good job of forcing it to go back to him, but they couldn't finish the play. And that's, you know, again, one of these wins for Cheshire. They never give up on a play. They've got guys competing on the offensive glass.
Well, under 3.5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Timeout's been called on the floor, and Cheshire Phoenix, they're trailing by 5 after leading by as many as 14 points earlier on in the game. And if you're Coach Ben Thomas, what are you looking to get coming out of this timeout to push you closer back into this game?
Just a good quality shot. It can be a 2, it can be a 3. There's a lot of time, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just a high quality shot. So for me, there's, you know, I think that they've had success with Maceo Jack, something with advantage. So he may get that on the 3-point line. He might be coming off a screen or trying to draw that switch for Aaron Rye to operate in and around the basket, in and around the paint.
You mentioned Maceo Jack and Aaron Rye, both carrying the load for this Cheshire Phoenix team tonight. Rye with 29 points to go along, with 8 rebounds, and Maceo Jack with 23 points. That 1-2 combo really getting it done for Cheshire.
52 of the 85 for the Phoenix shows you how important those two are. And credit, you know, the scoring isn't everything. We talked about Rideau and his ability to find them, to get them open. He's got 5 assists. You know, he's a facilitator, but those two are the 2 key scorers and have carried a lot of offense.
Well, is it going to be enough to get Cheshire Phoenix back into this game? Ball into Jaguar. Skylar White for 3, knocks it down. And there's your good look coming out of the timeout, coach.
I'm not sure that's what they drew up, to be honest. As I said, you know, I thought it would go to Jack or Rye, but Skylar White, that is what he's capable of doing.
2-point game. Here's Decker. Driving to the basket. Sam Decker to the hole, lays it in.
Breakdown for Cheshire, didn't recognise the play quick enough. Little stack Spain action, ball screen and back screen for London, gets them the free layup.
Rye settles for a 3 and drains it. And Aaron Rye just picking up his team and trying to carry them over the line here tonight.
London thought they had the switch right, bigger man onto him. Wasn't going to let him post, but Aaron Rye just takes Gabe Olashani to the outside.
Here's Olaseni at the free throw line. Overcooks that one. Rebound falls to LaQuincy Rideau, and that's his 7th of the game. Here's Rye again for 3. Can't get it to go that time. And Sam Decker with the rebound.
A little bit of a heat check, maybe a little quick for Aaron Rye on that possession, but just made the previous one, so entitled to it, really.
Morgan looking for a foul there, nothing given. He's got a mismatch with White on him. Here's Nelson for 3. Another rebound falls to LaQuincy Rideau. And that's his 8th rebound of the game to go along with 8 points and his 5 assists. Big possession for Cheshire. It's going to be a foul called on Taylor. Just trying to fight away from the ball with Jaguar. And it will send Cheshire to the line as well, because London Lions are now in the penalty. And that is Jordan Taylor's 5th foul as well. So how big could that be? Because he will play no further part in this game. Just 4 points for him tonight, but 8 assists to go along with 5 rebounds.
And it's the defensive end where Jordan Taylor really helps as well. So slightly bigger lineup. He goes out. Connor Morgan has come in. So it means lines are bigger. Help perhaps with the switch in defense if they continue with that.
It's that veteran leadership as well that he brings to this London Lions team, as we are tied up at 92 points apiece with under 2 minutes to go, and a timeout's called on the floor. It's a 1-point lead even for Cheshire Phoenix with under 2 minutes to go. And this game, Coach Lloyd Gardner, is going right down to the wire. It's everything it's lived up to be in this first versus second matchup.
This is what the British Basketball League is about, isn't it? A Cheshire team, underdogs, come in, backs against the wall, playing, you know, really a full-strength London Lions team off a disappointing game in Europe, surely with a point to prove, and Cheshire have gone toe-to-toe with them the entire game, had some great step-up performances, and have rightly got themselves in an end game. And this is where it's a dangerous thing to get bet against the Cheshire team in this situation, because they have, as we've just talked about, they've got so many guys that can make plays. It could be anyone on this Cheshire team that can step up for them in this last 100-odd seconds to make a play.
And if you're London Lions, I mean, who are you putting the ball in the hands of here to get you over the line in this one?
It's got to be Matt Morgan. You've got to trust Morgan as your kind of go-to guy. Maybe Decker next to him as kind of a secondary option. But if you're Cheshire, the key things, you've got to keep Olasheni off the glass, and you can't let Connor Morgan be free for an open 3-point shot here.
Well, fasten your seatbelts, folks. Under 2 minutes to go. And it is a 1-point lead for the Cheshire Phoenix. Morgan, screen from Olaseni. Morgan splits the defense and a foul is called. That'll be a pair of free throws coming up for the London Lions. See there, just Skylar White just getting caught up there as Morgan had that speed advantage.
Great recognition from London. Just the play was get Matt Morgan downhill against Skylar White. It's exactly what they got.
Oh, it's a rare miss on the foul shot from Matt Morgan. He was 6 for 6 until that missed free throw. Second one is good. And we're tied at 93. Here's Rideau. Here's Aaron Rye now, guarded by Decker. Back to Rideau. Shot clock is down to 6. Rideau going to work. Extra pass into Jaguar. Out to Skylar White for 3. And it's rebounded by Morgan. And now London Lions, with just over a minute to go, have a chance to retake the lead. Morgan, again looking to draw the foul on Skylar White. And he will go back to the free throw line for a pair of shots here.
Morgan knows he's too quick off the bounce for Skylar White. And it's also the threat of the shot for Matt Morgan. You have to be uptight because he's going to raise up and shoot a 3. And that's the problem for Skylar White because he has to be out on the 3-point line and he doesn't have the foot speed to keep Matt Morgan in front.
Well, that will be Skylar White's 5th foul as well. So he will play no further part in this one. Both teams with players fouled out. It's been everything it's lived up to be in this top of the table clash in the British Basketball League. As Morgan knocks down the second. And London lead by 2 with just over a minute to go. Josh Sharma back in for the London Lions. Quincy Rideau brings it up over the timeline. Here's Rye. Going to work on Morgan. Rye, tough fadeaway jumper is blocked by Morgan. And London Lions a chance to extend this lead even further with 40 seconds left. Big possession on the defensive end for the Cheshire Phoenix. Morgan, screen from Sharma, kicks it out to Decker. Corner 3 ball, knocks it down. And that is a massive shot by Sam Decker. And you speak about the experienced players in this London Lions team. They put it into the hands of the last season's league MVP, Sam Decker. And big-time players make big-time plays down the stretch.
Absolutely. Decker makes the shot, but don't underestimate Matt Morgan. You know, he's gone back-to-back baskets. He's driven downhill. He's got himself to the free throw line. So what did Cheshire do? They said, we're not going to let him do it again. Flood everybody in help, trying to stop Morgan getting to the ring. And he's just got the experience, the composure to hit Sam Decker perfectly. And as you said, that's why he is the MVP. 22 points, huge basket. Still, though, 29 seconds to go. It's not done yet for Cheshire.
Well, Cheshire are a team that can go on a run in an instant. So, as you say, anything can happen in these last 30 seconds. But London Lions, it's been an incredible 4th quarter for them. They've outscored Cheshire 33 points to 16, which all started with that 10-0 run to open the 4th period. And Coach Ben Thomas has everything to think about going into this last 30 seconds. His side trailing by 5.
And one quick basket. They've lost the threat of Skylar White on the pick and pop. But watch out for Aaron Rye, getting it in and then immediately coming to collect it again.
Right to inbound, gets it into Rideau. Rideau going baseline. Oh, it's blocked by Morgan. And that is a massive play on the defensive end. And it's going to be a foul on Quincy Rideau, which will send London Lions back to the free throw line.
Well, I said to you, Conor Morgan is a reverse basketball player. He's listed as 6'9". I do not believe that he's 6'9". He seems a lot bigger than that, and the length, the size of Conor Morgan. The block there, but don't forget who got the block on Aaron Rye on the previous defensive possession as well. Conor Morgan, back-to-back defensive plays.
Well, that foul on LaQuincy Rideau will end his night as well, as he picks up his 5th personal foul. And London Lions extending their lead from the free throw line. Kristen to the hole, puts it in. Holden even puts it in. And cuts it down to a 5-point lead with 11 seconds to go.
Lions got to be careful. Nelson nearly gave it away. Never put anything past this Cheshire team. Lions have got to get it over the half, first of all.
Ball into Morgan. Looking to foul here. And there's the foul on the second attempt. And that will send Matt Morgan back to the line to shoot 2. Chance to waste this game from the free throw line.
Yeah, no free throws, for no timeouts for Cheshire as well. Means they can't advance the ball, which is a disappointment for them.
Morgan, no mistakes on the first. And this game is all but wrapped up for the London Lions. It's been an incredible comeback for them in the 4th quarter. Second one is good. They made their run at just the right point in this game to start the 4th period, and just when you felt that momentum was against them at the back end of the 3rd, big-time players, experienced players down the stretch, making big plays. 3-pointer is up, no good, and that will do it. An incredible comeback win for the London Lions as they create separation at the top of the British Basketball League table. And coach, what an incredible game this was. It had everything out there, everything you expected from a top of the table matchup.
Well, you stole the words out of my mouth. I was about to say, what an incredible game. You know, highly entertaining. I thought we saw the best of both teams. I thought Cheshire will be proud of the performance they put on the floor, but you know, the one thing for them to give up, what was it, 35 points in that, 37 points in that 4th quarter. That's what they'll look at and be so frustrated that they were close to the win, they just couldn't get over the line.
Well, here's a look at tonight's game MVP. Sam Decker making those big-time shots down the stretch. And, you know, you speak about Matt Morgan, but Sam Decker was the one to execute those plays in crunch time.
I mean, it could have been anyone, really. It could have been Morgan. He was superb today. But we've gone with Sam Decker. You know, the big 3 there really iced the game for the London Lions. But more impressively for me, for Sam Decker, when it was that crucial point in that 3rd quarter where their backs were really against the wall, that's when he stepped up. So, yes, 2 points for Sam Decker, but 8 of 11 from the field as well. Really efficient scoring game from the MVP.
Yeah, huge game from Sam Decker as London Lions improved to 18-3 in the British Basketball League. They create that separation at the top of the British Basketball League table. And that man there, Sam Decker, will be a happy man after carrying his team over the line in the 4th quarter. It was a huge 2-headed effort in the 4th quarter. Sam Decker alongside Matt Morgan, and as you say, some huge defensive stops down the stretch for Conor Morgan as well. But here's a look at the full-time stats in this game, and coach, you look down the numbers there. What is it that really created that separation for Lions in the 4th?
Well, I think turnovers, we talked about Cheshire at halftime had done a good job looking after the ball. I think it was 4 in the first half. So 9 second half turnovers from them, and then the 3-point percentage dropped in that second half, which was a big difference.
Yeah, huge win for the London Lions. And you look down the stat sheet, I mean, getting players involved as well. I mean, you see 4 players in double figures for them. Matt Morgan led the way with 28 points. And, of course, our game MVP, Sam Decker, with 22 points and 5 assists. And what does this do for London Lions in the British Basketball League standings this season now? Now they've got that separation from second.
I think it just gives them the flexibility, the freedom of knowing they're that one step ahead of everybody again now But as you said, for me, the impressive thing for this London Lions performance today, through 3 quarters, we said, where are the step-up players? Where are the big performers for this Lions team? And in that 4th quarter, those guys all came to play.
And just a word on the Cheshire Phoenix, a valiant effort for them. Of course, 2 of their guys leading the way, Aaron Ryan and Maceo Jack. Monster performances from the pair of them, but just not quite enough to get over the line.
No, and again, I think we talked through the game about how well Cheshire played. They'll be so frustrated. And I think that's a positive, that they've come into this game, they've come into the copper box, they've gone toe-to-toe with the Lions and believe that they should have won this game, but just not being able to hold on to that momentum. I think they're going to look back at that 10-0 run, that first 2.5 minutes of that 4th quarter, and that was it. If they'd been able to hold on in that 2.5 minutes, what a different game this might have been.
Well, here's a look at confirmation of tonight's result. A big win for the London Lions in that top-of-the-table clash over the Cheshire Phoenix. Of course, that Leicester Riders game is just about wrapping up now as well. It is a 3-point win, for a 6-point win even, for the London Lions over the Caledonia Gladiators at the Morningside Arena. Don't forget, 3 games coming your way on Sunday. A big triple header of British Basketball League hoops. Coach Lloyd Gardner, his side are in action once again against the Caledonia Gladiators. London Lions hosting Manchester Giants, and the Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Newcastle Eagles. Well, that's just about going to do it for our coverage here this evening from the Copper Box Arena. Coach, just final thoughts from you on this game. It had everything it was built up to be.
Yeah, great work from Cheshire through the game. You know, really good step-up performances, as we mentioned. But just the quality of that London Lions. 4th quarter, 35 points in a team that really looked disjointed through the first 30 minutes of points. But they just came to play. They showed the quality, the experience they have.
Well, Lloyd, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And thank you to you at home for tuning into this one. It was a big win for London Lions as they create separation at the top of the British Basketball League standings. For Lloyd Gardner, I'm Joel Osborne saying so long, and we'll see you next time.